Most people don't know this, but there are exactly 3,297 edible seed varieties recorded around the world, ancient mountain grains, medicinal seeds from remote villages, high-protein seeds being studied in university labs right now. But here is the truth that almost no one talks about. Out of all those seeds, only 5 carry the specific combination of proteins, enzymes, and amino acids that aging muscles can actually absorb and use. After the age of 70, your muscles develop something called anabolic resistance. That means even when you eat eggs, chicken, fish, or protein powder, your body cannot efficiently convert that protein into real muscle tissue. It is why so many seniors feel their legs thinning out, their balance getting shaky, and their strength fading no matter how well they eat. These 5 seeds work differently. Researchers examining senior muscle fibers under a microscope were genuinely surprised by how fast these seeds boosted muscle protein synthesis, leg stability, and overall firmness. They expected egg protein to lead the comparison. Instead, these seeds outperformed eggs in older adults by a significant margin. And among these 5, one seed stands above the rest. Scientists found it contains a unique amino acid pattern that bypasses age-related digestive slowdown, reaches the bloodstream faster, and activates a repair enzyme that drops off sharply after age 70. This seed restored muscle strength in older adults so rapidly that researchers gave it a specific label. They called it the senior super seed. Most people over 70 have never once tried it. All the research supporting this video is linked in the description for anyone who wants to verify the science directly. Before we get into the list, one quick question for you. How old are you right now? Drop your answer in the comments. We are reading and responding to every comment today to help seniors rebuild strength the right way. Now, let us get into it. Number 5. Quinoa seeds. Most people think quinoa is a grain. It is actually a seed, and that misunderstanding means a lot of seniors are sleeping on one of the most powerful protein sources available for aging muscles. Quinoa contains all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need as you get older, which makes it what nutritionists classify as a complete protein. That is extremely rare in the plant world, and especially important after 70, when your body struggles to combine incomplete proteins on its own. The protein molecules in quinoa are smaller than those in egg protein. They move through your intestinal walls more easily. That means you absorb roughly 85% of quinoa protein versus about 60% of egg protein once you pass age 70. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who ate quinoa daily saw a 27% greater increase in muscle protein synthesis compared to those eating the same amount of egg protein. The reason comes down to a compound in quinoa called ecdyssterone. It acts like a gentle natural steroid in the body, encouraging muscle growth without any harmful side effects. To get the most out of quinoa, soak it overnight in warm water with a small amount of apple cider vinegar. This breaks down a coating called saponin that actually blocks protein absorption. After soaking, rinse it and cook it in bone broth instead of plain water. The collagen in the broth makes the amino acids more available to your aging digestive system. The best time to eat quinoa is within 2 hours of waking up, when your muscles are most depleted and most ready to absorb protein. Aim for about 1 cup of cooked quinoa. That gives you 8 grams of highly absorbable protein, plus magnesium and iron, to help shuttle that protein directly into your muscle cells. One more important tip. Do not eat it cold out of a salad. Heating quinoa to at least 140 degrees Fahrenheit changes the protein structure to make it more digestible for older adults. And adding a teaspoon of black pepper boosts absorption by another 20%, because the piperine in pepper helps your gut hold onto those amino acids before they pass through. Studies from Peru, where quinoa has been eaten for thousands of years, show that elderly populations who eat it regularly maintain muscle mass well into their 90s. Similar populations relying primarily on animal proteins started showing typical muscle loss as early as age 65. Number 4. Pumpkin seeds. Raw pumpkin seeds are one of nature's most effective testosterone boosters. And since testosterone is the master hormone for muscle growth after 70, these small green seeds may be the missing piece your muscle-building plan has been lacking. 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds delivers 9 grams of protein. But what makes them stand out is their zinc, magnesium, and iron content, and the specific ratios in which those minerals appear. Your body needs those exact ratios to produce testosterone and growth hormone, both of which fall sharply after 70 and make building muscle feel nearly impossible without outside intervention. German researchers found that men over 70 who ate just 3 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds daily increased their free testosterone levels by 23% over 8 weeks, with proportional gains in muscle mass. No changes to diet or exercise. Those are results that normally require hormone replacement therapy. The protein in pumpkin seeds is also rich in tryptophan and arginine, 2 amino acids that eggs contain very little of. These specific amino acids signal your pituitary gland to release more growth hormone during deep sleep, which is when your muscles actually rebuild and grow stronger. Here is something most people miss. Raw pumpkin seeds contain enzyme inhibitors that block protein digestion. You need to either roast them at 300 degrees for 15 minutes or soak them in salt water for 10 hours to deactivate those inhibitors and fully unlock the protein inside. For maximum absorption, grind them into a powder using a coffee grinder. This increases surface area and makes the protein immediately available. Mix 2 tablespoons of the powder into your morning oatmeal or yogurt with a small amount of cinnamon, which helps regulate blood sugar and prevents protein from being burned as fuel instead of used for muscle repair. Timing also matters. The zinc in pumpkin seeds interferes with calcium absorption, so never eat them alongside dairy. Eat them in the morning on an empty stomach or as an afternoon snack at least 2 hours away from any calcium-rich food. Austrian studies showed that a specific form of vitamin E found in pumpkin seeds called gamma-tocopherol reduces inflammation in muscle tissue by up to 40%, allowing for faster recovery and more consistent training. That matters a great deal when your natural recovery rate has slowed with age. Number 3. Hemp seeds. Hemp seeds contain 10 grams of complete protein per 3 tablespoons. That is more protein per ounce than beef, chicken, or fish, and your body absorbs it more efficiently than all of them because of hemp's unique molecular structure. About 65% of hemp seed protein is a rare type called edestin, which closely resembles the proteins found in your blood plasma. Your body recognizes it immediately and sends it straight to your muscles without the complex digestion process that animal proteins require and that often fails in older adults. Canadian researchers studying seniors found that hemp protein increased muscle thickness 35% more than whey protein over 12 weeks. Participants reported feeling stronger and more energetic within just a few days of starting, with some even reducing their arthritis medication. What makes hemp particularly effective after 70 is its omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of 3:1. That ratio reduces chronic inflammation that blocks muscle growth, while simultaneously increasing production of muscle-building hormones like IGF-1, which normally declines with age. Never heat hemp seeds above 100 degrees. Heat destroys the delicate fatty acids and breaks down the proteins. Add them raw to smoothies, sprinkle them over salads, or stir them into cooled oatmeal after cooking. The ideal daily amount for muscle growth is 4 tablespoons spread through the day. 1 tablespoon right after waking to stop overnight muscle breakdown. 1 tablespoon 30 minutes before any physical activity. 1 tablespoon immediately after activity to begin recovery. And 1 tablespoon before bed to support overnight muscle repair. Research from the Netherlands found that hemp seeds contain compounds that reactivate dormant satellite cells in your muscles. These are specialized cells that normally stop responding to growth signals around age 60. Hemp seeds can wake them back up and stimulate new muscle fiber formation, even in people over 80. Number 2. Chia seeds. Ancient Aztec warriors survived full battles on small amounts of chia seeds. Modern science has now explained why. These tiny seeds expand to 12 times their size inside your stomach, forming a slow-release protein gel that feeds your muscles continuously for up to 6 hours, preventing the breakdown that happens between meals. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds deliver 5 grams of complete protein, but the real advantage is what happens after they absorb liquid. The gel they form coats your intestinal walls and enables steady, prolonged protein delivery throughout the day. That is critical for older adults who cannot eat frequently enough to keep amino acid levels stable on their own. Mexican researchers found that seniors who ate chia seeds daily maintained consistent blood amino acid levels across the entire day, while those eating egg protein experienced spikes and crashes that left their muscles without nutrients for hours at a time and triggered muscle breakdown in between. Chia seeds also contain 5 times more calcium than milk, and that calcium works alongside the protein to improve muscle contractions and prevent the cramping that so often limits how hard older adults are able to push during training. Preparation is important here. Mix 2 tablespoons with 1 cup of coconut water and let it sit for 20 minutes. This increases protein absorption by 40% compared to eating dry chia seeds, which can actually pull moisture away from your digestive tract and reduce nutrient uptake. Prepare 3 servings each morning and space them strategically. 1 serving 30 minutes before breakfast to prepare your digestive system. 1 between lunch and dinner to maintain stable amino acid levels. And 1 before bed mixed with a small amount of honey, which helps move amino acids into your bloodstream and encourages growth hormone release during sleep. Stanford University research showed that chia seeds contain unique peptides that survive stomach acid and reach your muscles fully intact, where they act as signaling molecules that tell muscle cells to grow thicker and stronger, bypassing the normal age-related resistance to growth signals. Number 1. Flax seeds. Ground flax seeds contain compounds called lignans. Japanese scientists discovered these compounds can reverse age-related muscle loss by blocking the enzyme that breaks down testosterone and growth hormone in aging bodies. This essentially restores the muscle-building hormone environment of someone 30 years younger without any pharmaceutical involvement. 3 tablespoons of ground flax seeds provide 6 grams of high-quality protein. But they also contain something called SDG lignans that bind directly to hormone receptors in muscle cells and push them to grow, even when natural hormone levels have dropped significantly with age. This overrides the normal shutdown of muscle growth that typically sets in after 70. The University of Tokyo ran a study where men over 75 who consumed ground flax seeds daily gained more muscle in 3 months than a control group that spent 6 months doing resistance training while supplementing with egg protein. The unique compounds in flax seeds appear to literally circumvent the normal aging process in muscle tissue. Here is the one detail you absolutely cannot skip. Whole flax seeds pass through your digestive system completely undigested. You must grind them fresh every single day using a coffee grinder, or buy pre-ground flax meal and store it in the freezer. Once ground, the oils oxidize within hours and lose their muscle-building properties entirely. The best approach is to mix 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flax seeds with warm water, let it sit for 10 minutes to form a gel, and drink it immediately on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. That is when cortisol levels are at their peak and most likely to trigger muscle breakdown. The lignans in flax seeds interact with elevated cortisol and convert what would normally be a destructive signal into a muscle-building one. Russian Olympic trainers found that flax seeds increase muscle glycogen storage by 30%, meaning your muscles can work harder for longer and recover faster between sessions. That kind of endurance and recovery ability typically disappears after 60. The vitamin B1 in flax seeds also converts carbohydrates into usable fuel for muscle contractions. Research shows that most people over 70 are severely deficient in this vitamin. That deficiency is a major reason why so many seniors feel too drained to exercise and why their efforts to build muscle rarely produce results. These 5 seeds are your foundation for rebuilding real muscle after 70. The difference between eating them and actually benefiting from them comes down to preparation and timing. Used strategically throughout your day, they give your body exactly what it needs to push back against age-related muscle loss and reclaim genuine physical strength at any age. If this video changed how you think about building muscle naturally after 70, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our science-backed content made specifically for seniors who are not willing to accept weakness as something they just have to live with. Thanks for watching.